Okay, I'm going to be ranking all, like every biome in Terraria on how good they are, useful, their overall, like what they give, what you can get, how annoying they are, all that kind of stuff. Overall, how good are they? Underground's S tier. You might think, oh, well, you don't really get much. That's literally where you get all pre-hard mode ores, hard mode ores, chests, accessories, even armor, heart crystals, basically everything you need to advance from the starting of the game to pretty much most of the game. You're mining. You're just grinding, right? Like that's what you have to do. The surface of both like Crimson and Corruption give nearly nothing you need. And this may sound weird, but at the start of the game, you're not needing to find a Crimson or Corruption. You're gonna get stuck. Like you can't get through it very easily, so it's gonna be hard to track through if you have no mobility, and you're gonna be stuck going one direction. And even when you do fight the boss, you usually fight them underground and break those little like orbs. You don't really fight them on the surface. So they're just not helpful, and truly I don't like them at all. Like they're just unneeded. They seep into more. Their enemies are tough for no reason. They give like almost no gold, whatever. Nothing valuable. All right, this is totally different. Um, Sand, like this area is good. Like the surface is good in pre-hard mode. You immediately find one, get some cactus armor, maybe get like a pyramid, and get like sand in a bottle, magic carpet, whatever. Pharaoh's clothes kind of useless, but decent. Like I would say C tier. Later in hard mode, they're bad because they give like almost nothing, and sandstorms are really annoying. Like they almost give like I can't think of anything other than just getting cactus armor at the start of the game. That little bit of defense helps you. That thorns, if you play like 1.14, really helps. It'd be B if it was just pre-hard mode, but whatever. Surface of the dungeon. If you can get a water bolt, whoops, if you can get a water bolt, oh my gosh, this is S tier. Start of the match, or not start of the match, start of the game, you just run over there, get yourself a little water bolt, boom, you're chilling for like couple bosses, beat Eye Cthulhu, beat whatever. You're just gonna be enjoying life. But if you don't, get a couple bombs, whatever. So I'll say B. And that's where you fight Skeletron, which is nice, but overall, the water bolt's carrying it. If you can get it at the start, S tier. If not, kind of C. I'll put it in C. There's one use and it's not like crazy. Surface, B. This is what you want biomes to be. Helpful, not annoying. You know, there's not going to be pits, there's not going to be whatever. It's just a good basis. Glowing mushroom biomes. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I find them, there's always gold chests, there's always ores that I find. You can build a little house, get the truffle merchant or whatever he is. I don't know what he's called. It's good. Good early game, you find one, maybe get a gold chest. For me, it's almost every time. They're good, they're good. Um, Hollowed, like the surface of it, honestly, not very useful. Like I would say maybe even like C tier. Actually, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna add a new row and I'm going to do F tier because why is it yellow? What? Hold on. But honestly, the the worst part is the surface of it is so unneeded. They almost give nothing. Let's drop these back down here. They give nothing. This one use. Pixie dust, and if you make pixie wings, kind of useful. Unicorn horns, if you need the arrows, kind of useful. Uh, if you need the clock or megaphone, kind of useful. Has whatever. But overall, kind of annoying unless you have that stuff. Surface of the jungle, kind of the same. It's not very fun to trek through in pre-hard mode and hard mode. Super tough for no reason. They're way too strong. All the enemies do way too much damage. Turtles fly out of nowhere, one-shot you because they land on your head like a creeper. Makes no sense. I don't like it, but that's just me. I mean, it does give you stuff in hard mode if like, but that's also underground. Um, like the Lizard Temple. This is a good area. This is good. I would say this is a good area. Actually, I want to put it in B, but in between, I'm not sure. I may change that, but you know, you get some chests, you get that, you get to fight the Golem. Golem's pretty much free. You get some good armor, get some good loot, get some good gold, get some good chests. You know, it's solid. It's solid. Actually, I'll put it in C. It's not worth B. Okay, the Meteorite Landing, like whatever that is, has one use. Other than that, it's annoying, and you have to mine it up. Usually you get it. You don't have an obsidian skull, and those little guys do way too much. Just really, really annoying. I don't like them. Kind of useless. Um, the ocean, I'm not sure how I feel about the ocean. Like, it's not terrible, but you get maybe some shark fins if you need the mega shark. You know, it has a couple uses. Nothing terrible, but I don't do fishing. People who do, props to you, but I'm not a big fan. I'll put it in D tier. You know, it doesn't really give much, but it's not terrible. I'm gonna do space. Space is A tier. Get some grab potions, get some floating islands. There's really like no downside to them. Harpies, yeah, but by the time you're up, like going up there with grab potions, you can already kill them, and from then on, there's literally no new enemies that cause you trouble. So A tier. Surface of ice. Doesn't really do anything wrong. Like, yeah, there's an ice slime maybe or an Eskimo, but that's pretty much the surface. But just water is gonna kill you faster. Doesn't really give you a whole lot. Not terrible, not good, like whatever. Wait, what is this like the same as this? I'm really confused. Well, I'm gonna if these are like underground, this is caverns. I don't know which one's which, but both those are top tier. Absolutely amazing. This is literally what you need to be in for like maybe 10, 15 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours, a playthrough, just getting your ores, getting your armors, getting your bars, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Underground corruption and underground crimson. Early game, useless. Late game, you need Souls of Night. You may need Ichor or Cursed Flames. I do see the use, and most times for farming, like the keys. Yeah, that's useful. So I'll say like D tier. The enemies are super tough though, so I mean their whole purpose is to get Souls of Night, so they obviously have a use, but pretty tough, not fun. Underground sand biomes, I don't enjoy. I would say F because I never go thrower. They're just like an underground sand, but there's like no ores ever. And there's just like these chargers that just run at you, do too much. The sand version of the giant worms do way too much. Everything just does too much damage in this one. I don't like it. Underground Hollowed, I don't know why, but I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan because it's just fun to be down there, get some crystals, get some souls of light, you know, just have a fun time. The mobs don't do crazy damage, and there's not going to be like a crazy spawn of them. And even if there is, they're not that bad. One of them teleports on you, that does do damage, but other than that, you're chilling, honestly. Underground jungle, it's a terrible, 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 terrible area. Like in terms of difficulty, I want to put in F, but the amount of stuff you get, like if you need turtle armor, if you need any stingers, any spores, chests are even in here. I don't want to put it this high, but it's so valuable. Like the amount of stuff you get in there for any class, you just need to be there. You need the queen bee, you need to get Plantera, and all that kind of stuff. You just need it. Underground, like hell. I would say is B tier. Not terrible. By the time you get to hard mode, not really going to be too big of a problem. Unless you want to get like the flame wings, which is like super tough, but it's good. Um, Hellstone is pretty valuable. The shadow chests, I think, are called. Pretty good. I do like them. Uh, Not a big fan of the bats or the imps, but other than that, good place. You get like a little bridge throughout there. It's a pretty nice place. Frozen underground, like yeah, underground ice biome, I don't like. You fall through the ice, you're dead. You fall through the ice into water, you're just dead. Early game is actually when it might be valuable in there. Late game, there's nothing special about it. There's just like harder mobs, more things that freeze you and slow you, which is like really annoying. Water that can suffocate you way faster, and ice chests that like give kind of bad items. Like, yeah, the ice sword's good, but after you get like an enchanted sword or anything else, if you're playing Calamity, you get a Biome Blade, you don't really need to be in there a whole lot. And like hard mode, I don't know why you'd be in there. Like the scythe maybe, but there's not really a whole lot of being there. Just D tier, just below average, not really good. So yeah, this is my ranking. The F tier are the ones that have almost no use and are just like tough. Like the risk to reward ratio of going in there, just not worth it. Pre-hard mode and hard mode. D tier is the ones that are not great, but they have a small little niche purpose, but still not that great and just like too difficult to be, just whatever. C tier is the stuff that's like pretty good, pretty valuable, helpful, but nothing crazy. It does some help, but it's not really going to change the game if you don't get a water bolt from the dungeon or cactus armor, but just some small little cornerstones that are nice and pretty simple, easy to handle. B tier are the ones that I like. These are the good ones. These are the stuff that give you stuff. Not super annoying. The enemies are not super tough for what you can get. Obviously Underground Hollow is tough and Underground like Hell is tough, but good. A tier are the ones that have almost no downside to what they give, like, harpies, whatever, you get some floating islands, floating lake if you go fishing. I don't, but, still useful. Jungle gives you so much stuff that you almost have to go in there. And then S tier, just the mining part of it. Dude, if you don't go mining, you're gonna be screwed. You'll be so far behind. This area you have to be in. When you start the game, pretty much either run, make some wood and armor or cactus armor or something, then just go straight mining. That's literally how it is. S tier gives you the most stuff, gets you life, gets you everything. Oh yeah, I didn't even remember life fruits from Underground Jungle. Yeah, yeah, A tier easily then. So that's my ranking of those. Some people might disagree, but that's just on how you play it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.